going on? This is Matt, episode number 38 of Brown Baggin with Maximum Beverage, number 38, clutch performer for Boston fans, Mr. Kurt Schilling. We're on Friday, it's March 31st, it's the end of the month, end of the week, heading into the weekend. This is the finale of Cab Week. Again, we're in our undisclosed location. Keep guessing where I am. We've had some really great wines. And I'm a little worried about this wine for one reason. We've really escalated in quality. Well, the first two quality-wise were pretty much similar, but we kind of jumped up. We went to Australia, went to France, Bordeaux. Delicious. That wine was drinking so unbelievably. I can't say it enough. Delicious wine. Especially when you sit down and you compare them, right? So we're filming this all in one sitting because I'm going to be on vacation. But the reason why we're doing that is really to get a good, so I can get a good appreciation, because you don't, tasting wine one night and then tasting the other night, you got to try them side by side. You got to get a real appreciation for the differences and how beautiful and different all these wines can be. So we've actually had all different regions, all different parts of the world. We're going to get into this wine right now. Again, Cab Week, baby. Friday, March 31st. Hope everyone's had a good, solid week. My fingers are a little stained red here. Keep pouring on myself. Pretty dark color. Really nice nose. I'm getting, this is going to be really interesting. I'm getting a lot of blueberry, but if you have ever bought those frozen blueberries, those frozen organic blueberries from Costco, I think it's Costco, they have this greenness to them, probably because, my guess is, they're picked early. They must do something to them to ripen them faster, and then they freeze them. Could be part of the freezing process. I don't know. I've had fresh blueberries. My in-laws have 100 blueberry bushes up in New Hampshire. We go there all the time, but I'm getting a lot of that in the nose. Literally, there's like this green element. Reminds me of the Costco frozen blueberries that are actually really good, but they have this kind of this extra note in there, and so that's what I'm getting with little raspberry, kind of raspberry jam. A little touch of oak on there. I guess when I'm talking blueberries, we're thinking cool climate. Blueberries typically grow, like you think of mountain blueberries, so like that gives me an idea actually where we're going with this wine. And I've always said this, and I haven't always done it, but I said I'm always better off when I stick with my gut. So let's get in this. Great color, nice extraction on the color. You really can't even see through it. It's not crazy, but nice color. Lots of tannin. Tons of kind of vanilla extract with some spice. Lots of raspberry on this. And again, that blueberry note, really, it's kind of coating your mouth. Long finish. My mouth is still experiencing that wine. Get a little bit of kiwi on this. Something about kiwi that I don't get in whites that I find in reds, which is kind of interesting because you don't look at that as like a red wine flavor, but I get it in a ton of reds. I'm getting some of it here. I'm getting it in this wine. I'm thinking it's a cool region. It's not, it's so big. It could be, they don't really do a lot of cab there. So I'm leaning domestic. This is domestic wine. Price point, right around 26 $26, $27. This is a big wine. This is almost as big. This is just as big as the Heartland. So again, over the top, a lot of tannin. Really good structure on this. I like it a lot. I'm gonna give this one a 9-1. This is a 9-1. This is good wine. This is really good stuff. I have no idea what this is. In my heart, let me just, before I do this, in my heart, I hope this is some small family producer that just kills it, is making really good quality. That's where I'm at, because we've had some kind of big, really big producers. These are all big, fairly large wineries, and I hope that. I literally don't know. I'm just, yeah, you know, we love the little guy, right? Let's see what it is. Oh, it's not little. This is serious wine. These guys don't mess around. I think they're super underrated. This is Columbia Valley, 2012, Chateau Ste. Michelle, Cold Creek Vineyard. This wine is great. $32.99. It's probably one of the oldest and best known wineries in all of California. Not California, Washington State. Columbia Valley, great area for cab. If this was in California, price point would be $45, $50. Washington State has tremendous values for Cabernet across the boards. 6, 7, 8 years ago, when 14 Hands came out, you know, before it kind of exploded, it became this big brand. It was really awesome quality wine for $12. Washington State. Again, this is the other end of that. This is, you know, if you've ever had like Doubleback Cabernet, Drew Bledsoe's wine. Those wines are super ageable. This has great potential for age. You throw this down for 10 years, the wine's gonna be drinking spectacular. 12 was, you know, in California's great vintage. You know, same thing in Washington State. Good vintage, solid vintage. 91 points from Wine Enthusiast on this guy. Oh, I love this. Chateau Ste. Michelle, you think of those jugs that you get sometimes, but they make really great high-end wine. This is spectacular. I'm actually loving this. I know I said I hope that this is a small family-owned vineyard that does, you know, 200-300 cases a year. That's great. I mean, these guys make a ton of wine, but it just goes to show you that, you know, small family-owned is great, but there's a lot of producers out there that really take it seriously, and it's not always about making big fruit bombs with high alcohol. This is just well-made wine. What's the alcohol on this? 14.5%. All right. Great wine. Not what I say, 9.2, 9.1? It doesn't matter. It was recorded, so it'll be up there. I'm gonna rank them. I really like this. This is good. This is easy for me though. Best wine we had, by far. Granted, it's the most expensive, but I think the quality, you know, of it compared to the other areas, in the depth and the complexity, I'm putting this number 1. I'm gonna back end it. I'm gonna kind of fill in. So this is number 1, and I'm gonna put, you know, the Napa. It just was the least interesting to me of all the wines. So, yeah. By the way, let me preface this real quick before I do this with something that's very important. I thought they were all really good. So I'm ranking, it's like, you know, who's the best, you know, all-star, right? Who's the best Hall of Famer? Who's the best Hall of Fame quarterback, right? Tom Brady or Peyton Manning, doesn't matter. They're all really good. They all have good qualities for the money. They're all values. I think we've really picked some duds, and I'm psyched. We're in Cab Week, and we're just killing it. These guys have picked great wines from great regions. So let's just spread it out. There's no real losers here, but I gotta rank them, great, because I said I would. So Clos Marcellet, flip it. What do we read, left to right? Mm-hmm. Thank you. So number 1, I'm gonna bookend them here. I'm gonna go back the other way. You know, I thought this was solid, but I'm gonna put the Santa Rita here. Put the Heartland, which was really great too. These two are really similarly priced. 91 from Wine Enthusiast. 90 from Venice. I gave this a 9.2, and I think I gave this an 8.9. Where did I get? It doesn't matter. They're both great, but this is just a little better. I think this is. They both have great ageability. You know, the winemaker here is a little more cultish. If you're looking for Amon Ra, stuff like that. But there we go. There it is. Clos Marcelette, number 1. Number 2, Chateau Ste. Michelle Cold Creek Vineyard. Again, Clos Marcelette's kind of unfair. It's not 100% cab, but it's left bank, which is cab based. So Clos Marcelette, Chateau Ste. Michelle, Heartland Director's Cut, the Santa Rita cab, and then, you know, taking up the, which is like, you know, picking the best, you know, the worst, you know, what am I trying to say? The worst of the best. It doesn't make any sense. This is good wine. $22. I'm not here to say any of these are, but that was a great experience there. Let me know, of these, which one you want to try. We're going to do a tasting in store. I think we should probably taste through all of them. Do the cab week, cab tasting next weekend. I'm sorry, not next weekend, Saturday. Saturday, cab week, cab tasting, Saturday. We'll have it in the store. What's the date? April 1st? April Fool's Day?
Yeah.
April Fool's Day, cab week, cab tasting, both stores. One day or the other, maybe Sunday, maybe Friday, depending on what other store the other store has going on, Farmington and West Hartford. Guys, thank you. Cab week's over. Cheers.